Assalamu alaikum everybody, and welcome to lesson 1 in the free course on the Arabic script. I'm Sam, your Arabic teacher, helping you learn to read and write the Arabic language in just 14 days. That's only 2 weeks, guys, so we're going to be covering quite a lot of stuff quite quickly. But in this first lesson, what we're going to be doing are going over the letters Elif, Ba, Ta, and Tha. So we're going to know what they look like, and we're going to know them in order by the end of the lesson. You know, it's a really important skill to be able to sound out the Arabic alphabet in order. It's a good skill for using an Arabic dictionary and also just kind of having it at your fingertips, inshallah. So we're going to be doing that, and we're also going to be reading some Arabic words at the end of the lesson. So with just the information you learn in this lesson, at the end we're going to tackle about 10 Arabic words, which, assuming you know you've listened, you've paid attention to all of it, and you've not had other tabs open where you've been watching something on Netflix, then we should be able to nail all of these words, and they'll be in your resource bank throughout your Arabic language learning journey, inshallah. So let's begin. We start at the beginning of the Arabic alphabet with the first letter, which is Elif. I always tell my students that the letter Elif is for A'la, because A'la means highest, so it's sort of the highest letter. I include a lot of these things. I have a book on it, I'll link it in the description, on like making the Arabic alphabet seem more visual. Like I have a lot of students who are visual learners, and I created this book that's available on Amazon for you to get hold of. So if you're interested in that, if you think that you're yourself a bit of a visual learner, you'd like some kind of visual clue, but I'm going to be going through all of this free course anyway, so if you just want to consume it in the videos for free, then that's cool too. So this is the first vowel as well as being the first letter of the entire Arabic script. It's also the first vowel. So this is the long vowel that carries the sound a. You know, there are other vowels for carrying the sound u, which is the letter wow, and the letter for carrying the sound e, which is the letter ya. But we'll cover those in real detail in lesson 8. At the moment, I just want you to encounter this letter Elif and know that creates the long vowel sound a. You should also be aware that Elif is the first of the 6 naughty letters that I talked about in the last video. If those of you didn't catch that bit in the last video, naughty letters, as they're known as, are letters that don't join to the following letter that comes after them when you're writing Arabic. So we're going to have them up here in the forms of the letter Elif alone, the beginning, the middle, and the end. And you'll notice that they look really similar. You know, normally they do, all the Arabic letters look similar, really, pretty much in their beginning, middle, and end, but Elif especially does because it's a naughty letter. It doesn't need to have a different form, whether it's on the end or whether it's in the middle, because wherever it comes, it's on the end of that part that's joining up, really, because it doesn't join when it comes after it. We're going to move on to the next letter now and get into some of the consonants, but that's not bye-bye to Elif, because we're going to be seeing Elif as well as all the other vowel possibilities in Arabic, with all of the consonants as we go throughout the entire alphabet. So let's move on to the first of the consonants, the second letter. So beginning of the alphabet goes Elif, Ba. So this letter Ba, I always say Ba is for buqa'a, because buqa'a means a spot, and you know, there's only one spot under the letter Ba, as you can see. All consonants in the Arabic language can be seen with 9 different vowel possibilities, which we're going to see in this table now. In this table you can see that there are 3 different vowels in the Arabic language. We have a, I, and u, and then we can also see that they can be long, they can be short, or they can be doubled. So if we plug our letter Ba into this table, if we read along the top, we'll have Ba, Bi, and Bu. And if we read along the next one down, we'll have Ba, Bi, and Bu. And then if we go into the last column, we'll have Ban, Bin, and Bun. As well as having those 9 different vowel possibilities, of course all of the consonants and the vowels as well can be beginning, middle, and end. So it looks slightly different when they're joined up. So let's just see some examples of it. So if we were to take the short vowels and join up our letter Ba, we would have the word that says Ba, Bi, Bu. Or if we were to take the long vowels and put those in, we'd have Ba, Bi, Bu. But to demonstrate tenween, which is what we call the doubled vowels on the end, we need to take an Arabic word as an example. So I'm going to use the letter Bab, which means a door, just because it has 2 bears in it, so it'll be helpful for this lesson. So with the first one, we'd have Babun, then we'd have Babin, and then we have Baben. You'll notice that the 2 a sounds always have this kind of this Elif with them. So the kind of, when you talk about it, you call it a flagpole that kind of holds up these 2 a sounds. You don't need to understand all of the nuts and bolts, the technicalities around how that's used, but all you need to know at the moment is how to recognise it. So whenever you see those 2 a sounds, just know that it's doubled, so it's pronounced like an. So if we move on to the second letter of the alphabet, so already we've done Elif, Ba, and now we're moving on to Ta. So I say Ta is for Tawa'im, because Tawa'im means twins, and obviously on this letter we have 2 dots on top, so it's like twins. And also helpfully in English, the letter 2 starts with a T sound, so it's like ter for two as well. So that's where I remember that it always has two dots on top. So if we plug this letter into the grid as well, then we can also see the letter ter with our 9 vowel possibilities. So obviously reading from right to left, like we always do with the Arabic language, we'd go in the top row, we'd go te, ti, and tu. And then if we come down to the next row, we'll have te, ti, tu. Obviously I'm demonstrating with the longer vowels there. I'm going to go a little bit slower to give you some time to take it all in. Now onto the bottom row, this is where we double that vowel, and that is what we call tenween. So reading from right to left again, of course, we're going to go ten, tin, and tun. Of course, with that first example where I said 10, we're demonstrating how we use that flagpole to hold up the two ah sounds. If we bring the camera back to me as well, next to me I'll have up some words for us to demonstrate what the letter te looks like when it's joined up. You know, it's obviously really important to see what these letters look like in their beginning, middle, and end. It's good for us to get into this routine of seeing it in the column and then seeing it when it's joined up and when it's actually joined up, so we can see what it's like beginning, middle, and end. And then afterwards we'll actually see like a real life example of it. So that'll kind of be the routine that we'll get into throughout all of these consonants, inshallah. So if we have them up here, we'll see some examples of actually what they're like joined up. So if we see it with the short vowels, we'll demonstrate first. We'll go for te, ti, and tu. Obviously always reading from right to left. And then we'll come to another word here just to demonstrate what the long vowels are like. We'll have te, ti, and tu. Te, ti, tu. And then lastly, I want to demonstrate what the tenween is like when you double these two vowels on the end through the letter tu tun, which means a mulberry. It's good for you to know. Yeah, tu tun means a mulberry. So let's see them in order. So we have tu tun, we have tu tin, and tu ten. So let's move on to the fourth letter for this lesson, fourth and last letter for this lesson, third consonant that we've done. So if we run through what we've done so far, we did Elif, Ba, Ta, and now the letter Tha. Tha is for thalatha, which means the number 3, because guess how many dots it has on top? 3, just like in English, you know, we also Tha is the sound 3 in English too, so that works out quite nicely. So Tha is for thalatha, which means the number 3, which helps you remember that it always has 3 dots on top. So if we plug it into our grid again, then we'll see that, you know, obviously reading along the top two, we have Tha, Thi, and Thu going along the top column. If we come down into the next one, again, I'll obviously say them out to you. We have Tha, Thi, and Thu. And then putting it into the bottom column, we have Then, Thin, Thun. So just like we did with the previous letters with Ba and Ta, I'm going to have them up here as well, so you can see your Tha at the beginning, the middle, and the end, and joined up together in a whole word. So we'll have the word Thethithu up next to me now, so you can see what each of the short vowels are like, and joint up together. So let's move on to the longer vowels. We'll demonstrate them. So we'll have Tha, Thi, Thu. And then to demonstrate tenween again, we're going to take a real word from the Arabic language, actually means something, and demonstrate what the doubled vowels are on the end, what we call tenween. So let's take the example of the word athath, which means furniture. So here's athathun. Next we have athathin. And then lastly we have athathan. So I'm convinced that using only the 4 words that you've learnt in this lesson, you'll be able to read these next 10 words perfectly. So let's start them off. So this first one, I'm going to give you some time to have a think about them, think through them, think what the letters are and what vowels they have on them, and also take some time to actually sound them out yourself if you're on your own, or if you have company who will let you say them out without looking at you too funny. So this first word is tha, ba, ta. I'm going to give you maybe 10 seconds to have a look at the next one. Thabitun. Taba. Athathun. Bata. Babun. Tutun. Thiyabin. ثوب. أثاث. A huge congratulations to you all for getting through the first lesson when we covered Elif, Ba, Ta and Tha. And make sure you come back tomorrow at 5 p.m. where we're going to be going through the next 3 letters of the Arabic alphabet. We're going to be going through Jim, Ha and Kha. That'll be live tomorrow on this channel at 5 o'clock. Or for those of you who are joining us later, then just keep on watching and it'll come straight after this video. Don't forget to invite any of your friends along for this Arabic alphabet and script journey if you know anybody who might be interested. But even if you don't, then head down into the comment section if you have a question or a comment. And even if you don't, then just drop me a thumbs up. You can just hit the like button, give me a thumbs up. And if you still haven't subscribed to this channel, then please do. You can go and hit the bell button as well to get notifications every time I upload a new video. But until next time, Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuhu. If you liked how I used the appearances of the Arabic letters to help you remember their shapes, then check out my book on Amazon and it will really help this course and really help my channel. But that's not the only way that you can help this channel. This is a free course and it will be free until YouTube dies one day. But to support my work and if you want to get involved in my channel and everything else that I do in some way, you can come on board on Patreon and you can support me on a monthly basis.